I'm live. I'm by myself, but I'm live. I decided to just go and see if people would get a notification and show up because I had to set up the stream really quick at the last minute because the power had gone out. Because we had thunderstorms, which are finally done now. And I've got people I know in this trailer court that are setting off fireworks, and it's a $500 fine to set them off in here. So, but I know some of these are not anywhere else. They're inside the court somewhere that I'm hearing going off. Yay! Got a notification. Hopefully a few people will show up now. And what else? Let's see. Fireworks. If you hear the dog start barking, it's because, you hear about dogs being scared of fireworks, but if they start going off, she thinks someone's at the door or something, and she'll start barking. So, yeah. You guys hear booms in the background? This trailer court that I live in is like at the edge of town, and there's I think one house across the street and not anything really close. So when the fireworks are going off, I'm pretty sure they're inside the court here somewhere. And we all got notices saying absolutely no fireworks, or your lease could be terminated and you could get a $500 fine. But I think people are not paying attention to that. Oh, there's Grasshopper. Hello. Just kind of waiting for anybody to show up on the panel, or people are starting to show up in the chat. Yay. Hi, Cat. Yeah, Buddy never paid attention to fireworks at all. He could care less, but I was kind of wondering how little shit here was going to handle it, but she's barking at it. She's not scared of them. She's like thinking like when one goes rap, 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 she thinks someone's knocking on the door, so she starts barking. Hi, Trash Cat. I know. I don't know where he is. Michael had sent me a message asking me if I was going tonight because I was really late getting it set up, and I got them sent the deals, but I don't know where Bob is. I believe that it shows as red. Let me see. Yep, he saw it. He saw the link, so he knows I'm going. And same thing with Blackie. So hopefully one of them will show up here pretty soon and save me from myself. There is Dr. Black. So yeah, I don't know where Bob is. But like I said, if you hear little bangs and stuff in the background, of course I'm sure wherever you guys, anybody in the United States is having the same thing going on. I got a couple flies, so if you see me swatting, that's what I'm swatting at. No, I almost didn't because, like I said, I had a power outage for a while, and I had to throw it together like super, super fast. But here I am, all by myself. Yeah, there's little bangs in the background, and Star is doing her barking thing. Yeah, we aren't supposed to have fireworks anywhere close to here. Like I say, they aren't allowed where I live here. And there's supposed to be a $500 fine if you're caught with them, and possible eviction. So, but there's still some definitely going off inside the perimeters here. But yeah, we had a couple years ago we had a really bad fire here, so they're really very, very particular about stuff like fireworks because, well, that fire was caused by somebody like taking a blowtorch to thaw out their pipes, and it was like super windy and knee-high dead grass in the field next to us, and yeah, that didn't work out very well. There was 9 homes burned down to the ground. We all got evacuated for a day while they tried to put the fire out. It was on national news and everything. It was like, wow. It was pretty bad. The field next to us got caught on fire too, and it was like, so they had to put out they were trying to save people's homes plus try to get the field put out too. Hi, Mario. I'm not sure where he is right now. I think he's probably back on my bed because little shit is laying here at my feet. It's usually whichever one of them gets here first. Mario likes to lay at my feet too, but he won't do it if the dog is in his way. Hi, Nona. Oh man, we lost the whole city block due to fire last night downtown. That pretty much sucks. We've had so much moisture here. I mean, like every day it's thunderstorms. Today was no exception. Bad thunderstorms. It got like about 5:30. It was so black. It was just like it was nighttime outside. And yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty dark. The whole house was dark. I had to turn lights on, and it was thunderstorms coming in. Oh yeah, that's most places. People don't seem to worry about it. When I lived in the Dalles in Oregon, that's like really dry country with sagebrush and a lot of cheatgrass and stuff on the hills. And every 4th of July, the fire department is busy all night long putting out grass fires from people setting off fireworks. California sees Canada's wildfire and says, hold my bong. Yep. That's pretty funny. Like I say, this is like, we got a high fire risk here, and there is definitely people setting fireworks off pretty close to me here. So hopefully we don't have a fire because I don't particularly want to get evacuated tonight. Still nobody joining me. I can put the link in the chat in case anybody in the chat wants to come up and keep me company. So I'll do that. You lost power as well last night? Yeah, if we get a really bad thunderstorm, we'll usually lose power here. So did anybody do anything for the holiday weekend? Oh yeah, this is not a good time of year to be losing power because of refrigerator and freezer. Yeah, I worry about that too because I have quite a bit of food in the freezer right now. And it would be disastrous if it thawed out. Hey, SeaWorld. Hey, look, it's me. I know nobody else is up here. Nobody else has showed up to keep me company. So, what else is going on with everybody? When I lived in Texas, I lived in a really small town in Texas. There's about 600 people. And my youngest was about 4 years old. So I got her, I went to the fireworks store and just got like a big, one of those big packets that's got sparklers and different things in it and stuff. And when it got dark enough, we went outside and I started setting off stuff in the driveway. And I had the city, the city sheriff lived right across the street from me. And he came over and he just kind of like, there was like a dead one laying in the driveway that I just set off. And he kind of kicked it underneath my car and said, I just thought I'd come over and let you know that fireworks aren't allowed inside the city limits. And yeah, he didn't do anything. He just kind of kicked the container underneath my car to where he could pretend like it wasn't there. Oh, I'm sure it was. There was like 600 people in about 5 churches because that's what Texas is like. But they were pretty nice to me because it was just me and my daughter, and they kind of adopted us and watched out for us. And that's kind of what the city cop was doing, was he was letting me know, because I'm sure he realized I didn't know. But like I say, he could have given me a ticket, but he kind of kicked the stuff underneath the car so it wasn't out in the open. Hey, Marty, how are you? I hear little pops. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but like I said, I'm sure that a lot of you have stuff in your own background going on. Like I say, I just hope nobody starts a fire in here, because I don't particularly want to have to go running outside when my truck's not running. So if I got evacuated, I'd be walking. So, anybody want to come up with me? I posted a link. I should pin it to the top, huh? And I don't know where Bob is, and I'm sure Blackie and Sarah will be here eventually, hopefully. Here it is, and I shall pin it to the top. Here we go. So the link is up there if anybody wants to come up. I know, I should have some Fireball, huh? The Blackie is shoving foodstuffs down his throat, and then it'll be along. So, what do we want to do in the meantime? I could put some art up, I guess. Or somebody could come up here with me. Yes, art? Okay. I'll see what I can find here. We could do drawings or ACEO cards. Let me see, where's my videos at? Or we could do my standard a little bit of everything introduction thing. We'll just do the standard introduction thing so there's something running besides just me up here. But I'll kill the sound on it. Oh. No. Now, if anybody's tired of art, all you got to do is come up and say hi. Oh, there's Bob. Bob and Floyd. Hello, Bob and Floyd.
Floyd's not with me.
Huh?
Floyd's not with me. He's in the bathroom watching himself in the mirror.
That's what I was just going to ask you, if he was in the bathroom watching his reflection. Oh dear, here we go with the heavy rain again. Hopefully my power won't go out again.
You're like Dan. I can't hear it rain in his either.
Praise be, Bob has entered the building.
Who said that?
Patty.
Hey, Patty. Hey, Cat. Trash Cat. Sarah. Sam. Marty. Everything Guy. Cat. And you got just enough for a seance.
Yeah, that would work.
Just enough. Actually, I fell asleep. Oh, for about 30 minutes. No, 45. Hey,
Did
Floyd.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I set up the stream really, really late because the power was off because we had like a wonderful thunderstorm roll through and knock the power out for a little while.
That's actually when you were telling Blackie that. That's actually when I fell asleep, right when I saw that.
Ah. Fourth, Alec. 113 degrees last week. Holy cow. We've been having, it got up to 81 2 days, I think. And that's the warmest we've had so far. But we've been having thunderstorms and stuff almost every single day, which cools it off fast. So right now, the thunder isn't here yet, but it just started raining again. But we had a thunderstorm today, of course.
We've had rain here all week. Finally got a chance to mow my yard. And mow the art yard today.
Well, I didn't have a chance to even think about it today because we've pretty much had rain off and on all day, so the grass is really, really wet. But about 5:30 when the thunderstorms came in, it got so dark it was just like nighttime outside. It looked like it was like dark already. The house was all dark. I had to turn the lights on and then the power went off for a while. And lots of good thunder and lightning. And of course, rain and hail. We don't have hail going on right now, but it definitely just started raining again. And people are still setting off fireworks.
They've been doing that here. I'm surprised I could sleep.
Yeah, I was worried about how Star would handle the fireworks, but she's just like if there's like too many in a row, like popping noises, she thinks someone's knocking on the door and she'll start barking. But other than that, it hasn't bothered her any.
I'm
But
so in love with the little beagle at the Ark, but I'm not going to get her. I
you
want her.
aren't going to get her?
No, I've got enough dogs.
Aw, she's so cute.
She is cute, but Pam, I'm not cute. I'm getting old. I got a.
I can kind of understand that because I would have loved to have gotten another German Shepherd after I lost Buddy, but I just thought about it and decided I was just too old to be training a big dog over again. So
Oh, that's right. It's not a firework time there yet, Sam. What you doing? I don't think they realize I'm live. They think someone's here.
that's what Star's been doing since the fireworks started going off. She thinks somebody's here, so she'll start barking.
Well, another thing, I saw the beagle. She's real sweet, but I saw her beagle side, and I mean, I'd gotten used to Daniel, and hey, and but like she was climbing up into stuff and getting into stuff. I stayed late at the Ark today. I was defrosting the fridge. I started it too late, but I ended up staying over till after 7. And I'm off tomorrow. Praise me. But, she was just into one thing and then another. And I thought she didn't have anything. Floyd.
My goodness, Floyd.
Hey. Hey. Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
But I was giving her things like toys and stuff to chew on, and she kept coming back for more stuff. And then when I went and looked at her bed, she had all of that stuff piled in there. Where is my star emojis for members, right?
Oh, I'll have to. I keep forgetting to make some more. I need to make some more.
Still here, just letting him get it out of the system.
The fireworks will bother Floyd at all. There's one big fly flying around and I want to swat it, but it just hasn't landed. It just keeps buzzing around.
Nothing bothers Floyd much. Oh my God.
Oh, I think I got it. I don't know where it fell, but I think it fell. Can you guys hear the rain coming down?
Kinda. And I don't have a parrot screaming.
Yeah, it's raining pretty hard.
Jesus.
But I think it's curtailed people setting off fireworks because that's definitely slowed down. Oh, thank you, Kat. Oh, I see Blackie. Hello, hello.
Hello there.
You're lucky you live in Australia today, so you don't have to put up with 10 million people setting fireworks off.
Yeah.
And starting grass fires all over the country.
Yeah, they're illegal here too, but people still do it.
Yep, that's the way it is here.
How's everyone going? While wait, Chris James, Kat, Nonna. Trash cat, Ollie. Alec. Patty, Shaddy, trash cat. I think I said you already.
I saw a picture of your kitty on your Facebook page today. He was very cute.
Mine. Must have been my old Facebook.
Oh no, I was talking to Marty.
Oh, right. I was going to say.
Because she said her cat isn't affected by the huge fireworks at all. When I lived in Livingston, in Montana, I was like 4 blocks away from the rodeo grounds.
Jesus.
And on July 4th, they always had a rodeo, July 4th weekend rodeo. So, and they would set off fireworks before every show and after every show. And then plus the city set them off on the 4th. So there would be great big, from the big fireworks that the city puts out and the rodeo grounds ones were huge too. They were the big fireworks. So there would be earth shaking booms from the fireworks coming from both sides of us on July 4th. And it didn't bother Buddy at all. He'd just lay down on the couch and not even pay the slightest bit of attention. But boy, any dog that was scared of fireworks would have hated living there, I'll tell you what. Because it wasn't just people setting them off in front of their house. It was like the big ones from both the city and the rodeo grounds.
Yeah, we have a similar ground over there. Ours is called a showground. Yeah, that's every year they have the it's like our county fair.
Yeah.
Over there, and they have fireworks, and that was always way too close for my dog. He hated the fireworks.
Yeah. I remember a couple years I took my daughter to see the fireworks, and I found a place with a bridge that crossed over the Yellowstone River. And if you got out and walked out into the middle of the bridge, there was the city fireworks were on one side and the rodeo fireworks on the other side. And both of them reflected in the water and stuff. So it was a pretty cool place to watch the fireworks from.
Yeah. Yeah, they do massive, big, spectacular ones in Sydney every year on New Year's Eve. And when I was living down in Sydney, one New Year's Eve we went to the fireworks, and never do that again. It was a great show, but there's so many people. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, when I worked at Disneyland, they would set up in the summer months. They would set off fireworks like almost every single night. And I would always time my break to where I could go sit in the employees had an area that was like not out in the public, like behind gates and walls and stuff was the employee area, and we had seating and all that stuff. And I would take my breaks and go out there and sit and have cigarettes and watch the fireworks. I remember sitting there thinking, I'm getting paid to do this. But the fireworks at Disneyland were pretty cool because they had like professional people doing it, where they would go up in the sky and they would blow up and be in a heart shape and shit like that, and like fountains with hearts in the middle and stuff. I mean, they were really fancy fireworks. So I got kind of spoiled with that, where, the normal ones that cities set off now just don't impress me as much after watching the fireworks at Disneyland almost every night for a year and a half.
And what about these bloody spectacular light shows being done with drones now? That stuff's wild.
I haven't seen those.
Very, very impressive. Like hundreds, if not thousands of drones, and they're all flying in synchronized patterns and making pretty pictures in the sky and stuff.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
Amazing.
I have not seen those, but like I said, the Disneyland fireworks were pretty cool. But I'm sure that they get fancier and better every year with other stuff too.
No doubt.
They had in the summer months they had a laser light show with Mickey Mouse, and they did it on the Tom Sawyer Island, so it was surrounded by water, and nobody could get over to the island that it was on. But they would have a laser light show, and they had like a dragon and all kinds of shit. It was pretty impressive too. And they just did it like one day a week during the summer months, and it was pretty popular. And I got assigned, because it was on Tom Sawyer Island, and there's a restaurant right by that's a riverboat restaurant. And they put me on security one night, actually a couple different nights, during the laser light show at that restaurant, guarding the gate into the seating area. And I wasn't supposed to let in. That's like the best seats in the whole park to watch the laser light show. And I wasn't supposed to let anybody in unless they had food. And it was first come, first serve for the tables, right? So everybody had this idea to send one of their party over to me to get in the gate and grab a table while they went and got food. I mean, everybody wanted to do that. I couldn't let anybody do it because everybody wanted to do it. They had to have the food in their hands. And I had so many pissed off people at me, I'll tell you what. It was not fun being the security guard right there.
Rules is rules, people.
There was a guy sitting at a single table, and right after the light show started, this lady came and sat down by him. And I was watching, and I walked over and I asked him, I said, "Is she with you?" And he said, "No, I don't know her." So I had to ask her to get up and leave. And oh my God, you wouldn't have, I mean, the names that she called me, and I ended up having to call security for backup because she was attacking me. And I think she was extremely high on something, and she wanted to sit at that table with that guy to watch the show. And yeah, it was not fun. It just wasn't fun at all. It was probably one of the worst nights I ever worked there. Bob says most of the names were true. Thanks, Bob. I work security quite often for their daily parade, the Mickey Mouse parade. And that was kind of fun. All I had to do was just keep people from crossing the line, running out to the float. Everybody had to stay behind the line. And then everybody on security got assigned like a certain length of the street, so I just stood there and watched the parade and made sure no kids ran out to the floats. And that was another one of those times where I remember standing there thinking, I'm getting paid to do this. This is pretty cool.
And most people are well behaved in those situations, so it should.
Oh yeah, most people are happy when they go to Disneyland. I mean, it's like, and we were told that that's no matter what we have to do, that was basically the thing was to keep everybody happy, make sure everybody was smiling, keep everybody happy, and most people were. And I had stuff to do like if a little kid was crying because they lost their balloon, I had the total power to just go over and get him a balloon and give it to him for free. So it was it was not a bad job to have at all, because like I say, the main thing was to try to keep people happy.
Better than getting yelled at by cranky restaurant patrons or fake restaurant patrons.
Now, one of the things with working at Disneyland, there was a lot of pluses. Alex says now people who work at Disneyland can't afford the rent. Disneyland owns a lot of apartment buildings and stuff in the area. And if you worked at Disneyland and rented from them, you got like 20% off your rent. That was one of the perks of working there. And anything that like you got, it just depended upon um, how many hours you worked and stuff. But I got like 16 times a year I could take up to 4 people into the park for the day for free.
Nice.
So on my days off, I could take like people in there. And I instantly became everybody's favorite aunt, believe it or not. I was very popular with the family.
I wonder how many of those perks still exist for the
I don't
current
know.
workers.
And then I also got I got like 20% off everything. Like on my days off, if I went to the park, I got free parking, which normally is $50 a day. So that at that time, so that was cool. And I could go outside of the park as like Disneyland City or town with all kinds of shops and stuff. And they had a theater there, and I could go to take my daughter to the theater anytime I wanted for free.
Did they only show Disney movies?
Yeah. I remember this was years ago, and I took her to the opening of the opening of Finding Nemo. But yeah, I took her to a couple movies there. And then, like I say, parking was free, and like I could get any food that I bought in the park or anything was like 20% off. But then also, all the employee stuff was behind the walls where you couldn't see it, and the doors to get in there were generally hidden and stuff. But back behind there, we also had our employee store, which had a lot of Disneyland merchandise and stuff, really cheap. And what it was, like, say, if they were selling a sweatshirt and then switched to a different design, and all those sweatshirts would go back really cheap for the employees to buy and stuff like that. So all of my kids got Disneyland stuff for Christmas. Everybody got Disneyland Christmas.
Why not?
Yeah. And
We've
my
had a
youngest
little-
daughter got like a Eeyore stuffed animal that was as big as she was.
My sister has Eeyore on her tombstone.
Star, hush.
We've had some ridiculous weather there in the last few days. It's been
What kind
so cold and clear for weeks. And then it's rained for 2 days. And I had my air conditioning or my heater on last night.
Wow.
Until about 6 or 7 p.m. And then it all of a sudden got really, really warm. And spent the whole night, the previous few nights, I've had the aircon on most nights, trying to stay warm. And I had the aircon off last night, doors wide open, because
Wow.
it was a really warm night all of a sudden. And then today as well, like, my feet are freezing on the ground, but my upper body is all hot and sweaty and stuff. It's just humid and warm and gross, but freezing on the ground. Stupid weather.
Marty says she sold 2 $25 Disney pins she picked up at a yard sale. I had a whole bunch of stuff, and I gave it to my daughter when she moved out, and I kind of regret it now because some of that stuff I probably could have sold for a pretty good price. Because as I was working there, I got stuff that nobody else got, and people that collect that stuff would pay quite a bit for. Like, I worked the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I worked the red carpet affair for that, and I had like a a button with that on it that no customer ever got. It was just employees.
Cool.
And I also had, which I know I really regret. I should have kept it because I probably could sell it for quite a bit. I had a pin that only employees got that was Mickey Mouse's 50th birthday. And you know that would be worth some money.
Sure would.
Yeah. So I hope my daughter doesn't just throw them away or something, because I gave her a whole box full of pins and stuff from when I worked there.
Should be tracking that down.
Yeah.
Could have a box full of income there.
Yeah. No kidding.
And if she kicks up a stink, you can say, you know, we'll go 80-20 or something like that. I don't think we'll see Sarah today either.
Oh, no.
She's fully under the pump now that she's been accepted into the expo thing.
Oh, yeah, I'll bet.
And she's, flooded herself with things to do.
Well, she could come and draw on here.
Yeah, I think it's more the she's trying to find stuff to draw on online, still getting her website sorted.
Oh, yeah.
She's also found another two, like, I don't know what you'd call them, exhibitions, I guess, or competition exhibitions that she wants to enter. So she's trying to get entries organised for those two things as well. I think it was two different ones. Yeah, one of the ones, her entry needed to be 30 centimetre by 30 centimetre square piece. But yeah, her square pieces are 30.5 centimetres, so like a quarter of an inch too big.
She gonna trim them down or what?
I don't think that was her option. She's looking online for the 30 centimetre bits, because I'm sure if they say in the conditions of entry that it has to be 30 by 30, one of the things they're going to do is measure.
Yeah.
So it'd suck to go through that whole effort of getting an entry in and then just be canned because you're half a centimetre too big.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons people have asked me many times why I don't enter the duck stamp, federal duck stamp competition. And they have like so many rules on the paper has to be a certain size and mounted on a certain size. And I mean, it's just the rules just go on and on and on. And I'm sure, and then plus it's like well over $100 to enter. So it's like, I'm not going to mess around with all that shit.
Yeah, most of those things do have frightful entry fees. So, you know,
Pay your price.
Yeah, if you pay your price and then get shunted on a mere technicality, slap in the face.
Yeah, that's like the federal duck stamp. So you pay like over $100 to enter it. And then if everything's not absolutely perfect to their very particular specifications, it's not going to get accepted to even be looked at. And you don't get your money back either. So, yeah. I just haven't ever messed with it because it's just too much.
And I'm assuming that the outcome of that competition is to go on a series of stamps of ducks the subject.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, when you get a duck hunting license, you get like a stamp on the license, and that's what the competition is for the drawing that's on the stamp for the license.
Is that the one, Pam, that you were talking about entering a couple of years ago?
No, that one is the Ducks Unlimited competition, and that one is not as particular. Like you can enter all different sizes. It just has to be like, and you can't go over a certain size. And then they have their Ducks Unlimited club meetings that they have all over the country, and they sell prints from the people that have been accepted into the show. So you like they'll fly if you get into the competition and get a print made, they'll fly you to where they're getting the prints made at and put you up in a hotel and have you approve the first prints that come out, make sure everything's right, and then you got to sign everything for them, and then you get like a certain percentage of the prints to sell yourself. But the thing with and they'll like say they pay for everything, your meals and everything while you're doing that. And the thing with that is that it gets you like famous really fast.
Sounds like an interesting job, Huawei.
There are artists whose whole lives are centered on winning the federal duck stamp. Yeah, because that's the same thing. If you win the federal duck stamp, then you have instant fame. But like I say, it's very expensive to enter. Very expensive to enter, and everything has to be like a exact certain size and mounted a certain way. And there's just all kinds of exact measurements and stuff that you have to adhere to.
Now, when you say if you win that, you've got certain fame, is that certain fame within a certain circle, or is it a highly regarded art prize over there?
It's a highly regarded art thing in the United States, yeah.
Where could we see previous winners?
Oh, I don't know. You can probably Google it.
See what the competition's got.
It's run by Fish and Wildlife Service.
I see a list of names starting with 1941. And the different kinds of ducks that they painted, but I don't see photographs, but I'm sure there's check images. Yeah, if you look on images, there's a bunch of them.
I bet Georgia O'Keeffe's not on there.
No.
That's right, Marty.
Lots of nice ones.
Mm-hmm.
Ducks Unlimited is more pure organization, amateurs.
And with Ducks Unlimited, I mean, you know, the main prize every year is going to be a duck, but they have a lot of subcategories too that you can enter, like hunting dogs, bird dogs, and big game animals and stuff like that. So,
What about trees?
hmm?
What about trees?
I don't think they have a trees one, Bob.
It's a good thing.
But like I say, it's a pretty big deal too. But it's a little bit more relaxed on the exact measurements and that type of stuff, because basically they aren't going to be selling the original. They're just going to be doing prints. So you've just got to make sure that you enter a really good image. There's another one that I used to enter. I entered every year for a while, but I haven't for a few years. I should do again. It's a um, it's ARC. It's a realistic art, and it's international, and like thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people enter it, and the prices are really good. And I've never got. I entered it like 3 years in a row, and I think 2 of the years that I entered it, I got in the top 100. And one year I got like third place, which was just out of the money. So yeah, but I haven't entered that for a few years either. I need to start doing that again.
There was a goat in your slideshow I don't remember seeing. Like a spotted goat and a two-color goat.
A goat?
Mm-hmm. I think it was a goat. Could have been a fish.
There's a big difference between a goat and a fish. Um, I did do a goat that Jess bought.
It was in there.
I think it was a 4x6 drawing of a pair of goats, but
No, this is just one goat.
I did a Rocky Mountain goat.
It was close up. He had two horns going straight back. You were talking, and Floyd was screaming, so I didn't get an opportunity to say, I never shut up almost.
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus. That was rough.
Oh, it's a nice story. The world is long. Did you hear about the short-sighted circumciser who got the sack? Imagine. Sam, it's good to see you taking an interest in the medical profession.
We aren't. The rain here kind of killed the fireworks. People aren't popping off too much now.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah. Well, they aren't supposed to, I mean, and there were some that were definitely really close here, but they aren't supposed to be setting them off in this neighborhood because there's a $500 fine and possible eviction notice if they catch you. But there was definitely people in the next street so setting them off earlier.
They must rely on neighbours grassing them out, telling on them. Spies. They must have spies. Or it's just an idle threat to try and stop people.
No, they're pretty serious about it because, like, say, a few years ago, there was like 9 houses in here burn up. So
Oh, yeah.
they're kind of picky about fire stuff here.
Yeah, that'll
I
do
know
it.
I was going to put a fire pit out and like had the ground marked off of about a 10-foot square. I was going to take the grass out and put sand in and put in a fire pit, and the manager was quick to come over and tell me there was no fire pits allowed because of fire danger here. So okay.
Is it just so dry there?
Yeah, there's a lot of dead grass and stuff all the time. So we're like surrounded by fields that have dead grass in them. So yeah.
That sucks.
Still better to have dead grass than burnt grass.
Yep, that's it.
They have some of these naturalist kind of people here that burn off areas, and then when they come back up, they have like the native plants and flowers and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, I like that. I've seen a few people that like got rid of the grass in their front yard and planted all native stuff, and I think it looks pretty cool.
G'day, Mr.
I
Green.
would definitely rather do that than be mowing grass all the time.
Mm.
Hey, Mr. Green.
Yeah, my favourite gardens are the ones where the only bits of lawn are pathways between massive garden beds.
Yeah.
Bushy, overstocked garden beds.
The Biltmore House is where one of the Vanderbilts built a couple 100 years ago, 150 years ago. It's incredible, the gardens there and greenhouses. I haven't been there in a while.
Where's that at?
It's in Asheville, North Carolina, the Vanderbilt, Biltmore House, sorry. It's a huge, huge mansion.
Oh, starting to hear booms again.
Stopped raining, I guess.
Yeah. Actually, it did.
I just thought about that little beagle that's so skittish. She has separation anxiety at the Ark, and they have fireworks downtown. I hope she was okay.
Yeah, I hope so.
They'll find out in the morning. Pam, draw a fish for Marty.
What kind of fish?
You didn't specify. Who's mom is of Vanderbilt? Cooper Anderson. Yeah, she is.
What about one of those crazy long deep sea ones with the big mouth and the long teeth with the dangly
Oh, those
legs?
guys are pretty cool looking.
That sounds like a good suggestion, actually.
I could do the little angler fish. That's what they are, I think, that I'm thinking of, with the big teeth and then the little thing that comes off their head. And then I could do a little submarine in front of it.
Too soon, Pam. Too soon. These people had to be fucking crazy. Apparently, none of them really knew the danger except the owner.
Yeah, and as if he's going to be telling people about the danger if he thinks he can almost make it, and he's getting a shit ton of money for it. Now he can't spend any of it.
What I was thinking.
Risk versus reward, I guess.
I read something the other day. His wife, the inventor's wife, the guy that was like owned the submarine, his wife lost her, it was either her grandparents or her great grandparents died on the Titanic.
Yeah, I saw that.
How interesting. And the mother of the teenage kid that died, she said that she was supposed to go on the boat, but she let the kid go instead or something.
And he didn't want to go. He didn't want to go at all, but he did it because it was Father's Day weekend and he wanted to get closer to his dad, who was like a big Titanic enthusiast. So, yeah. And then I saw another, like an interview with a father and son duo who had been signed up to go, but backed out at the last minute because the son looked over the specifications and said, "Oh, hell no." And told his dad, "No, we are not going."
I guess there's no one to sue or anything.
Don't read this message. Okay, I won't. But thank you.
Yeah, I bet they didn't have travel insurance.
I bet you they all had to sign waivers.
Yeah, that's more likely.
here comes the rain again.
Oh, can't remember the second line of the song. Otherwise, that would have been brilliant.
It's been a weird spring and summer so far because since I've lived here, we very seldom get rain. It's like maybe once or twice a year we get actual rain. We usually either it's snowing or there's nothing. And for the whole month of June, we got rain almost every single day. We had a thunderstorm in the afternoon with lots of rain and hail and shit, and it's still doing it. It's like everything is just really wet.
The weather's changing all around the world.
Yeah.
Sure as hell changed here. I'm old enough to really see it. When we were kids back in the late 50s and early 60s, we had snowsuits that were real thick and snow boots, and it snowed 8 to 12 inches several times every winter. We had sleds. Icicles would melt off the houses and be hanging down. If we get a dusting of snow once a year, we're lucky now.
Yeah. Well, the last like couple years here, it's been like we might get down to like into the minuses, maybe even as far down as like in the minus 20s. But 5 years ago, it was normal for us to get down to minus 40, and we haven't seen that at all for a while. So yeah. And even like over this last winter, I mean, we had some snow, but nothing like it was even like 5 years ago, where we would be totally buried in snow for months on end. We just haven't seen that for quite a few years now. And we're getting a lot of rain this year.
Well, you know, even when I was in just out of school, just out of college, like in the early 70s, mid 70s, we still had big snows and would have trouble driving in it, and it just stopped. I remember having to park like not on the hill and stuff like that, so you could make sure you got out the next day. Crazy.
Marty's making herself grunt with the jokes.
I actually remember one New Year's. Were you there, Marty, when it snowed New Year's Eve? We were all clubbing and stuff and came out, and everybody was freaking out because there was like half an inch of snow New Year's morning day. And people were driving stupid in it and running off the road, but I knew how to drive. About 5 degrees difference. Yeah.
I remember when I lived in Los Angeles, there was snow on the Grapevine, which is like the big hill dropping down into Los Angeles. And there was like a quarter inch of snow, and they closed the freeway. I was like, really? And then the last year that I lived there, there was a hailstorm in Watts in LA, and it looked just like a big snowstorm had hit because the hail was so deep. And that's in Los Angeles. You know, Los Angeles doesn't even hardly ever see rain, so yeah.
Remember what the Cowardly Lion said. Crazy weather we're having, ain't it?
They must be setting off the town fireworks now because I'm hearing like big booms a long ways off. Well, they won't have to worry about starting fires very much, that's for sure, because the ground's so wet. It's raining again hard right now.
They already had stuff 50% off. I saw some billboards coming home, fireworks. Yep.
I got one big one right there on top of my fridge. But it must be nearly 20 years old, so I'm not even sure if it'll work anymore.
One big what?
Firework.
That's a big one.
One day I'll get the balls to just light it and throw it out in the paddock and see what happens.
I'll make a prediction.
You'll make a prediction, did you say?
Yes.
Because they don't last forever, do they? They definitely go off, as in sour, fail. And it's quite humid here, so it's probably soaked up too much water to make it work. It'll be one of those occasions where I'd light it and throw it out in the paddock and wait for 5 minutes and nothing happens and go and investigate and then boom!
Yep. Damn.
It's raining pretty darn hard right now.
Oh, I mentioned you today on Mob Guppy's live stream, Pam.
Uh-oh. What did you say bad about me now?
No, it was a compliment. He's got, Peter's got his beard all grown out, and it's two-tone. He doesn't color it. And somebody complimented on it. I think Doug Gray. Somebody complimented him. And I said, I want my beard to look like Pam's.
Oh, well, thank you, Bob.
Anthony was there.
I keep encouraging Sarah to grow her beard out, but she keeps shaving it off.
Huh.
It's unfair.
Well, the oddities and curiosities time would be a good time to show it off.
Yeah, I reckon. Might have to keep pushing for that. She needs an extra gimmick.
All the free advertising you can get. I finally figured out which picture it was of hers that I wanted.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I had to go back a couple of more videos. It was weird, but I found him. Yeah, I did a screenshot of him. I could send it to you, Pam, I guess.
I was just going to ask you if you were going to show us.
I will. Most assuredly.
You send it in that group chat, then Sarah can see it too.
Okay, it's a good idea. Excellent idea. Did you wonder if she saw that little thing I sent, Mama Kerr?
The which?
The guy or girl, I think it's a girl, that does all of the makeup, the faces, the dragons.
Ah, right. Yeah. Yeah, that was wicked.
Yeah, it's an awesome, awesome channel. Instagram. Must take forever to do some of that stuff. Samsonite sounds like something strong. It is. They're old commercials. They used to have a gorilla throwing them around and jumping on them.
I know the kids that used to have the Samsonite cases for school bags used to get teased a fair bit. G'day, Bunny.
Bunny, hello.
He should stick with what he knows. Patty. Patty. What am I going to do with her? I am arting. I'm doing my trees. I was actually writing out a big check for her. That's the end of that. Yesterday, when I was young. Well, I finally had another little field mouse in the house. Tibby was growling last night, and that's what that always means. So I got it from him, and I did put it in with the other little mice. And the mother washed it up and all that. It's been eating. Probably has all kinds of diseases, but damn it. Library. All photos.
Now he's not going to be able to find his copy of it.
And now I took 2 or 3 pictures of it, and I know I haven't deleted them out of here. There it is. There it is. Actually, it was right before she was showing the one that I just got. It was that same stream because she held that up next.
Dragonler, hello.
Hey, Patrick.
G'day, Patty.
I see a message just popped up.
Huh? Yeah. Show it and see if she's still got it. Well, we won't know until she looks at it.
I've told her it's incoming.
Thank you, Blake. Yeah, it's the taller, the higher up card. There's not anything in particular I like about him. It's everything. His belly, his ears, horns, his face, his mouth.
He looks like a chihuahua.
Huh?
He looks like a dog, a chihuahua.
I get a little bit of that too, yeah.
Maybe. Except he's on his knees, I think. But I just saw him the one night, and then I kept thinking, well, I'll go back and see it, and I couldn't find it. But like the very next thing she holds up is the one that I just got from her in the mail. So that's what threw me, is I really like that other one too. I guess. I reckon.
Grasshopper says he owns those two pieces.
Who's got them?
Grasshopper says so. I think he might just be stirring the pot though.
Yeah. Yep.
Floater frames, what are those? Just to the two glass panels, is it?
Yeah.
No frame, no, what do you call it?
Oh,
Blocking.
she says that one sold, Bob.
Damn it.
Maybe Grasshopper wasn't stirring.
I'll get your mama to bring it to me, Grasshopper. So much for that.
You never just get the piece of art that you buy from Sarah Money. You get bits as well. Look, Huawei's even made a video of them.
Well,
He's got some leverage. Look out.
well.
It is raining hard. I bet people that were planning on like barbecuing on the 4th of July here and setting off fireworks after their barbecue did not have a real good day today.
It's been raining all day, did you say? With
Yep.
a few little breaks here
Yep,
and there.
it's been raining pretty much all day.
I only twerk for money, big money.
And I believe you need.
50, it's no longer twerking, it's flapping.
I was going to say, I think you need buttocks to qualify for twerking, and I don't have any. My upper legs just become my lower back.
Now there's an ideal for a drawing.
What? I could draw a blackie butt.
Oh, hey man, how are you? Yeah, well, it'd be a blank piece of paper, wouldn't it?
Amazon delivery.
I know, me too, Dragonlair, me too.
I'm just gonna pause myself for a bit. Got a visitor for a moment.
Okay.
I'll be back soon. Just keep talking as I mute my microphone. I'll mute my camera as well. So if you want to put me backstage, so I'm not wasting your screen space.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm the only one that's up.
I'm Blackie's visitor.
Oh, okay. I hear thumping outside, like bass thumping on some car radio. Night, night, Dragonlair.
Hope you feel better, Patrick. Did you get my thing, Pam?
On Facebook?
To our group. See you in bed, Patrick. Was it Freud that said our beds are crowded? Mine's not.
So are these ones that you want, Bob?
The one on the right. I was always. Don't think that those. Right.
You're all breaking up. I can't hear a thing you're saying.
It's a good thing. Probably got you shut down.
fireworks again.
That sounded more like a toot. Just saying.
Might have sounded like one of your toots, Bob.
Nope. I don't toot. No, just the one on her right. The one on our left. She probably won't make me bid on it. I don't know. Whatever it takes. Oh, I was going to send you a new video of Coco today. She's like a little 2-year-old kid. She goes deaf when you tell her don't do something. I mean deaf. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Sure got quiet over there.
Yeah. I should be reading it. I should stop and read the chat. Marty says, I think I need to go visit Bob. What do y'all think?
I'll leave the porch light on for you, Marty.
Wonder how Dan's barbecue went.
I don't know. All right, I sent you a video of Coco at the Ark today, and we're in the little office area. And I had set the little Chihuahua, the little princess, her food bowl up on a desk or a table behind me, so the dogs wouldn't eat it because she's a slow eater. And this is what I turned around to.
Okay, I'm gonna share that. She's so cute.
She's getting so she'll at least listen a little bit, but Jesus. She's got her own agenda. Oh, is there no volume?
Oh, I think I turned the volume off.
Don't do it, Coco. That's princess food. Stay down. Stay down.
She looks like she's super soft. I bet she's got really soft fur.
Her ears are the best in the house. Well, later on, I didn't set it down, and I came in, and she was up on the table eating it. Coco. She can get on anything, I'll tell you. Stay down. Stay down. Coco. She's trying to figure out a way to do it.
Yeah, you could see her legs are kind of tensed up and stuff. She's thinking about it.
She did when I went out of the room. That's princess food. Stay down. Stay down. A mess. I was thinking about her jumping on snake habitats and stuff here. She can climb anything. Oh well. Don't do it, Coco. That's princess food. Stay down. Stay down.
I can see where she could be like a handful.
Yeah, she is. If there's a door or a gate or anything open or just barely, that means run like hell and run through here.
Yeah.
She does. She got out on the back porch today when I went out to get the mower and take it out and mow. I had to pick her up and carry her back in, little heifer.
I know, right, Trash Cat? You could make that black spot into a heart really easily.
Yeah, everybody comments on that on her. She's got a heart on the other side. Kind of a lopsided heart. Oh, that was scary. shown my ceiling much tonight. I gotta catch up. Yeah, Patty, she's a 13-inch beagle, purebred. She's a mess.
Do the dogs over at the Ark generally do okay with all the fireworks going on?
Well, that's what I was saying. I don't know. I guess they did. We used to have one that was terrified of thunder, and he had one of those thunder jackets that really would help him. What? What are you talking about? We don't even trust each other. I'm trying to catch up.
Grasshopper says, Bob, I think you need to eat a banana.
I don't know if I could eat one or not. I don't know if I could eat one or not.
When I get done with the stream, I'm going to make myself something to eat. I haven't eaten yet today.
Actually, I don't have a banana. I have part of one that a certain parrot got into. I put it in the fridge for him. It was my last one. Alec, they are like I just had a beagle, Daniel, that passed away about a year and a half ago, and I got him when he was maybe 7 or 8 weeks old, and he passed at 19. But the vet told me, because I would say he never shares and he doesn't fight, but he wants all the stuff, and he doesn't think that anybody else should have any toys or treats or anything. And he said that's the way beagles are. They're very possessive, and they are like a toddler. He said, think about like a 2-year-old toddler. And I was giving that beagle different things today because she was like getting up in the cat closet after we're closed and getting out those cat wands that have, a little bird on the end and stuff. And so I kept giving her things, like a chew hoof and things like that. And as I was leaving, I looked in her bed and she had like 15 things in there. Well,
Puppies are good, huh, Marty? You need to get a puppy. Divine, hello. How are you tonight?
hey, Divine.
Happy 4th of July.
I'm glad you found me. Pam, I'm glad you got another dog finally. Are you?
Oh, yeah, she keeps me company. She's so funny because she has to sleep with me at night. And she sleeps underneath the covers. she's got to be underneath the covers. And I have to like take my arm and kind of hold the, like I lay on my side and I have to kind of take my one arm and kind of hold the covers up underneath my chin, because if I don't, she'll do the sneak attack lick where she'll pop her head out from underneath the covers and lick my face real quick and then duck back down again. So I have to sleep with one arm up, like tucked underneath my chin, so she can't do that.
Well, I sleep with 4 of them, and Princess is the least demanding, but she does like to be laying against me. Yazzie has to be on the pillow, either on my neck or on the very top of my head. And Worm's on whichever side of my neck she can get to, and Milo lays under my arm on my side. So I'm thinking, where would I even put a 5th dog?
Yeah, I sleep on my side and she gets underneath the covers, and then she'll get like in the dip in between my hip and my shoulder and lay down on top of me there. And then Mario has to sleep at my feet.
Mario.
And Moody sleeps like in front of my chest. Except Moody gets pissed off if he sees that the Star's in bed, so he'll kind of keep one eye open, and if Star gets too close to him, he'll jump off the bed. But he usually comes back after a while.
Marty, what kind of dogs did you have? Well, 2 cats. That's a lot. I have 5 cats, but man, I've been saying for 10 years that Holly's going to die. She's sick again now. I'm sure she'll be fine.
She says she had mainly small dogs, poodles, Yorkie, dachshunds, etc.
Oh. We can only have dogs under 35 pounds at the Ark because of space and insurance and all that. I like all of them, but you can have more small dogs than you can big dogs. Staring at the ceiling for Bob. Is it on the ceiling again? Oh, it's on there. I didn't realize that thing would even go that high. How's that? Now I have to do like that to read.
Oh, we had like thunderstorms, and the power went out for a while, and it's been raining all day. So, yeah, I guess it was a good enough 4th. It's a good thing I didn't have any plans to do anything.
One of the reptile sites, underground reptiles, had like 5 interesting facts about 4th of July. Of course, they were just trying to get you to stop at their page. That was an email I got. And actually, the 4th of July was like the final ratification of whatever the final copy was approved.
Yeah.
It wasn't the actual day. I've never heard that before. So many lies we were taught, you know it? And Carol, what you doing? Mama see. Yeah. Got 6 more hours of work. Been a while, so you got some advice. You need some advice.
90 hours in and 6 more to go.
I think my dental hygienist lady gave up on me. I've been putting them off so long, and I think they finally gave up. Just when I was about to give in, you know.
Trash Cat says she needs some Bob advice.
I got it. Oh, my knee is killing me.
My goodness, it's just pouring down right out there. What's a good gift for a guy? And don't say a fully catheter.
Well, it does need to be changed every month. I mean, it's something he'd use. I don't know. It depends on what he likes. Something that he wouldn't get himself. Like, I love journals. I still get my old nursing journals. Some of them are like state journals and stuff. But I want sometimes to subscribe to a reptile journal magazine, but I don't. But if somebody got me one subscription, I would read it. So something like that. Does that surprise you, Pam, that I like to read?
No, it doesn't surprise me. We're old. We like that kind of stuff.
Monkey needs to twerk for him. What? Smoking some beef tenderloin. That sounds good. Real good. You get the dental stuff? Yeah, so you know what I mean. I used to be real involved, not on the board or anything, but the TNA, the Tennessee Nurses Association, as far as like lobbying and political action and doing, what do you call it, getting people's signatures, petitions, stuff like that. So they'll never leave me alone. Bob Bombeck, right? I was going to ask you, Pam, did you all ever get a newspaper when you were kids? We did. And
Yeah.
we would read everything in it we could understand, and even what we couldn't. That's how bored we were. But
And I love the Sunday comics.
I did too, but I love the advice columns too.
Yeah. Dear Abby.
Yep. Abigail Van Buren. Yep.
You ever hear the John Prine song, Dear Abby?
No.
Yeah. It was pretty good. I remember one verse of it goes, Dear Abby, well, I never thought that me and my boyfriend would ever get caught, or me and my girlfriend would ever get caught. We were sitting in the back seat just shooting the breeze with our hair up in rollers and our pants to our knees. Signed, just married. Oh, yeah. It was a pretty good song.
Who sang that?
John Prine. He was a really good, I don't know what kind of music you'd say. It was kind of like, I remember my older brother, when my mom I was listening to John Prine, and she asked what kind of music it was. And my older brother said, which was perfect, he said, it's kind of like bluegrass, but real heavy on the grass. But yeah, John Prine was really good, but he actually died of COVID in 2020. He was one of the people that we lost.
There used to be a little ditty. No, that wasn't the same. Never mind. There's one that's real nasty. I can't remember it, but it was something like, there once was a man from Nantucket. He took a pig in a thicket to. It had like 4 verses.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't heard the song, but I've heard plenty of Nantucket jokes.
Yeah. I bet you don't even know one. What to do on your days off. You know what's supposed to make days off and it'll last longer and life be shorter, or last long, not shorter, but stretch things out, is to do things that are non-conventional, break away from a routine, do something that kind of pauses your routine. I read that in Reader's Digest like when I was 30. Never tried it though. Tell a Nantucket joke, Pam.
I don't have one off the top of my head.
Oh, you're just a tease.
Yep. Yeah, John Prine had a lot of good songs. I liked him a lot. The Dear Abby was just one of the funny ones. That and the other one that I really liked that was funny was woke up this morning, put on my slippers, walked in the kitchen and died. And oh, what a feeling when my soul went through the ceiling and on up into heaven I did ride. When I got there, they did say, John, it happened this way. You slipped upon the floor and hit your head. Yeah. Anyways, please don't bury me down in the cold, cold ground. I'd rather have them cut me up and pass me all around And then he goes through all the body parts and stuff. It's a pretty good song. I like that one a lot. And then he did a lot of serious songs about the war and stuff.
Everything about me is weird. I resemble that remark.
Mhm.
I'm in love with the Pope. Patty, what does it for you? I mean, is it of the flesh or the spirit, or what's up with that? And you know, I've stopped keeping up with who the Pope is, and I don't watch like news, so I honestly don't know who the Pope is now. The one before this one that retired was the last one, and I really knew who it was. That's the truth. You like his car, Patty? Pope Benedict. That's the current Pope, or the one that retired? That sounds like the one that retired. See, I just don't keep up with it anymore.
Pope Benedict is the one that retired. Pope Francis is the current Pope.
I thought Benedict was the one that retired because that's the name I remember. Pam could do some knitting.
I never learned how to knit or crochet. Heck, I never even learned how to do macrame.
We had to do that at camp, 6th grade camp.
Did you?
Yeah, we all brought home a bracelet that we made. My sister, the one that's got Eeyore on her tombstone, used to have a macrame shop.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was macrame and ceramics and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's not too much of that when we were like in our teens. That stuff was really, really popular, but not too many people do either one anymore.
I did a little with my mother once, maybe when I was 20 or something, and did a little. It was a boy with this dog, and it was maybe 18 inches tall, and I thought it turned out really well, but that disappeared. I have no idea what happened to that. That turns up in the Louvre, Pam. You know. Like a little shepherd boy, I think. Fish brew. Yeah, it was very boring, but they were just trying to get us to sit down and shut up, while the counselors could do something. The canoeing scared me to death because I couldn't swim there. Crikey. Yeah, that's the one, Ellie. The one that was in the Nazi youth. Yeah. Hello. Sweet cherry. For the I do knitting and crocheting and needlepoint. Cool.
I saw where he was having some health issues, Alec.
Who's that? Oh,
Yeah, Divine, go ahead and do that. I'll watch for it. It's pretty quiet. We should probably go in a little while, Bob. What do you think?
I think so. If Blackie's not coming back.
Yeah. And I've been on for
A couple hours.
2 hours and 10 minutes. And I want to be sure to leave myself some time for Saturday stream and then on next Tuesday my 20 hours will roll over, so I'll be fine after that. But I gotta make sure I leave some time
Right,
to get rolling on the Saturday stream.
right. So how about
So we'll
10?
go maybe another 15 minutes tops.
Sounds like a winner.
I'm going to kind of wait and see if Divine sends me some crocheting, and then I can show it to everybody.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And then we'll go after that. And I'm getting hangry, so.
I am too.
How was Cape Cod? Inquiring minds want to know. Cape Cod is a beautiful place, but in the summertime, it gets so crowded with tourists, it's absolutely ridiculous. In the summertime, and there's a lot of rich people's summer homes there, so summertime gets really busy. But you learn real fast when you live there that if it's a sunny day, you avoid the beach, and if it's raining, you don't go to the malls because that's where all the people are going to go. But wintertime, I really loved it. Wintertime, you can walk for hours on the beaches and never see a single person. And summertime, you're lucky if on some of the beaches if you can even tiptoe around, get through people.
I think I might do that tomorrow. There's a couple of lakes not far from here. Man-made lakes, but been there a long time. Maybe
Yeah.
pick up rocks and driftwood or just take a
Oh, that'd
video.
be a fun day.
Yeah, I might do that. Even a couple of hiking trails, some beautiful waterfalls. I might do that. Pam, I think I've about finished this.
Well, let's see it.
I've started to quit it a couple of times and was able to just do nothing and save it or improve it. Which is just a tree, of course.
Oh, I like that a lot, Bob. I like that a lot.
Just in the last 5 minutes, this right here had so much negative space. I started putting a little blue whips of clouds in there, and I thought, and I put a little yellowish green, and I liked it, so I drew a limb under it, and then I went back to the others and put a little blue on them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, leaves reflect the sky, so that works. That is really good. Yep, I like that. I love the way you're doing your bark.
Yeah, I made a specific color this time for it instead of just white. It's fun.
Yeah, looks very good. Very good.
Thank you.
I'm going to show some photographs of Cape Cod real quick that I happen to have on the computer. Since Alec was asking about it. And I think I got a file with a few pictures of Cape Cod. First one's my garden, but I'll go past that real quick.
Why?
It's my picnic table. There's the fishing boats in the canal at Sandwich. Sandwich is a town on Cape Cod. It's right on the canal. And that's one of the beaches. And some fishing boats. I don't remember. I think that was like mid-Cape somewhere, like around Chatham. And that's a fishing boat. And that's a fishing boat in the canal. And that's along a walk that I took along the beach. And this was at Woods Landing. Where Woods Landing is where, remember that guy that used to have the show on TV, that French guy that would explore the oceans?
Yeah, Jacques Cousteau.
Yeah, he had his science boat was docked at Woods Landing when they weren't out on it.
I bet you went to some parties there, huh?
No.
That's pretty.
So yeah, there's a few pictures from Cape Cod. Someplace place. I've got some other pictures. I've got pictures of them like harvesting the cranberries and stuff,
Yeah.
which is really interesting. When they harvest the cranberries, they flood the fields, and the cranberries pop up off the plants and pop up to the surface, and then they kind of like rake them all and stuff, rake them all together.
It sounds snaky to me.
There's a lot of cranberries on Cape Cod.
I've seen a video of them doing that. I thought they grew in the water like that.
Oh, they keep the soil pretty moist, but mostly when they harvest them, they flood the field where the berries pop up off the plants and pop up to the surface.
Huh.
And then they got people out there with like chest high waders, like with big rakes, kind of raking them all together to load them up.
Franny. Come here, Franny. Come on, Franny. Come around this side. Come on in here. Let's see Franny. Come on. Uh-oh. I moved my pan. Knock it down. Here, Princess. 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 Come on. Come on. Oh, goodness. Worm, your name's not Princess. Come on, Princess. Come on, Franny. Here she comes. Oh,
Well, not at the Woods Landing, Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute. Yeah, that was it was a cool little town to go visit. I used to go there like fairly often. I went there quite a few times. They got a cute little harbor, and like I say, his big boat would be there, his big science ship with all his equipment and stuff.
Like a
And
floating
then
whale.
the kids that were going to the institute would like man his boat when he went out.
Yeah, like a floating lab.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Princess.
Yeah, she would be, she beat some dogs' asses when she first came here, so I would have to take her to meet that beagle. That might be a tough combo. You don't put up with self-absorbed nothings, do you? No, she's strictly business. Yep. Oh my goodness. She's strictly business. Can't touch her ears. Nope. Here's your squeakies.
Okay, I got a picture of some bunnies that Divine did.
Oh, cool.
So I'm going to share that. See the little bunnies?
Aw,
Those are cute.
there they are.
Cousteau's submersibles never imploded. That's very true. I think he kind of knew what he was doing.
It was what it was made out of. And I saw a news piece that said that like 4 or 5 years ago, somebody that inspected it or saw the plans or something emailed him and said, no, this is not safe, and it stresses it too much each time,
Yeah,
to endure it and all that. So
yeah.
but he knew.
Yeah, he was told a lot of times that it wasn't safe from what I've been seeing.
You ready to get down? Let your sister come up. Oh. Worm. Come on, Worm. Worm.
But I think it's time to call it a night.
For sure.
Hi, Worm. So I think we'll tell everybody good night, and we will see you Saturday night for our Saturday night art stream. with Ed and the gang and us and Nico and Pretty Boy Floyd.
I haven't heard anything else.
Hopefully, and Michael, and hopefully we'll see Sarah again pretty soon.
Yeah. I didn't hear anything else from Ed about Nico, so he must be okay.
Yeah. So, okay, thank you for coming in, everybody. And thank you, Grasshopper and Kat, for being our mods. And it was good to see everybody on this 4th of July. And we will see you Saturday night. Good night, guys.
Sorry.
Oh, and Friday night for Reptails. Okay, guys, good night. No problem, Blackie. Don't cuss yet, Bob. I'm looking for the button.